Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. It's Toshiba here with the Joyful Warrior, and today I decided to put together a little short video of all of the things that we did not, well, not all of the things, here's most of the things, but some of the things that we didn't get to use this year in third grade. There's quite a few things over there too for my third graders who will be fourth graders, and I'm compiling a video together of how to kind of browse through your resources to see what you have before ordering curricula for next year. I have been known to be a curriculum hoarder and order everything I see, you know, bright, shiny bells, whistles. Clearly, I'm still in my second year of homeschooling. However, I wanted to show you some of the things that I found and a couple of new things again. I know this is counterproductive, but stay with me. So I went through the shelves to see some of the things that I had that we never used before or that didn't quite work for my other third graders, and I'm going to try to use them with my up and coming third graders and my fourth graders to see if they grasp onto that this year. So if you're interested in seeing what I pulled from my shelves, stay tuned. Okay, so we'll start here with I actually was not a fan of these huge curriculum booklets that you purchase from, like, I don't know, this one came from Costco, but anywhere, you know, they sell them everywhere, Barnes and Noble, and anyway, but I got these because they were a good price, and I got them at Costco one day when we went for a couple of things. Not our normal huge haul, but anyway, I got this for my third graders who are third graders now, and we opened it, we looked through it together. You know, you do that, you due diligence as a homeschool mom, and you go through and you show the boys. You know, I have two sets of twins, so the first set of twins are boys who are not so on doing everything. They're different, let's just say that. They don't want to do everything mom suggests. But anyway, I wrote, we went through this together, not just a table of contents. Anyway, if you want to look at and see what they have. And then we decided, you know, I tabbed it off with them in mind of what we were going to do out of it. Not everything, but just to get some extra practice. And we literally did none of it. And anyway, I have one for my second graders if you want to check out one in the other video. That my second grader, I have a second set of twins who are second graders, and he loves this book. It's colorful. You know, you can see here, like, this is just a random page I flipped through. Subject and object pronouns. There's 10. I mean, if this was an Abeka worksheet, there would be like think A, think B, possibly a think C, and write some sentences. And his sister uses that on the third grade level. But when I give him this, and I just give him one or two sheets, and he really loves it. So this will definitely be used because we're actually about halfway through the second grade one, and that was an add-on for him, and I did not think he was gonna like it. We didn't even start it until about March, and we're almost done with it. So there's some really good just practice sheets that you can supplement with. Of course, I bought this one for my eldest, who was going to be in fifth grade, and he just didn't think it was beneficial. It was a little bit below the level, and I thought it would build some confidence, but he's not for the monotony or the busy work, so we didn't use his at all. So I'll probably use this one with my daughter, who will be in third grade. And I used my second grade one for both of them if I find a sheet that she might like. But anyway, I'm definitely going to use this one. This is the same brand of Scholastic. It's just the fourth grade one. The only thing that's different is that, like you saw in the last random sheet, that there were 8 questions. This one has 10. And there's a little bit more words on the page than the other one. A few more fill in the blanks. The second grade one is enormous. I mean, the font is huge, and so we're just going to progress through these because I purchased them, and I don't think I want to resell these. I just think I need to be more intentional about using them. So those are 2 things we purchased last year. Another thing which made my heart sad, but my son loves meteorology, as I mentioned in the third grade video, but we only got to do like the first 2 lessons before he needed like my undivided attention, and I honestly thought this was something that he would be able to do on his own, and I would just read him the directions. But I'm learning, or I have learned, that this year, or this past year, that they do like when I sit directly with them. We started out doing Abeka. You know, everyone who watches my channel know that, and we ordered the entire box curriculum, and they watched videos all day for, you know, for first, second, and fourth grade, and it was, you know, not unsuccessful, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. But I didn't necessarily have the confidence to just scrap that and go completely eclectic until my eldest, who's dyslexic, we figured out that the language arts portion wasn't working, and then we bought the Logic of English, which is also sitting here where I'm moving to. Anyway, so we were doing school at home with Becca. That's basically what it is. We had it in Christian school and we did school at home and it worked okay. And then we bought meteorology because we love the Good and the Beautiful for their language arts. And so I got this and I coupled it with something else because I thought it wasn't meaty enough. And then it turned out having to do two weather curricula at the same time did not work well. And my son wants me to do this with him. So I'm going to do this with him this year, probably on our Fridays, because I've scheduled the whole thing different than before. So stay tuned to see how that works out. We did a couple of the lessons, but we only stopped at about 3 or 4, and we're probably going to start over with this. As I was saying, this is the first thing that I bought to step out of my comfort zone for school at home, and it was the Logic of English for my eldest, who we found was dyslexic, and this really worked out for him. It's just long on, and we started out in level B. We never got to level C, and so this year I'm using foundations with my second graders and they really love it. And so I thought maybe for 3rd grade and 4th grade, because I have the 2 sets, maybe we'll try and do this together just a little bit slower than I did it with my eldest, because I think I was just trying to get him on level, which we got on level, but then it kind of wore him out. So I'm thinking about it. This isn't for sure, but I already own it. And so the kids love the games that come with the foundations, which are the same as this. They're just not as fun and as colorful as the old workbook. So I'm considering doing that. They like the chants. They like that I put everything to a beat. And so the first thing that they learn in D, I'm going to say it so I'm corny like this, forgive me, but a sentence must have, and then they repeat, a sentence must have a capital letter, a subject and a verb, a complete thought, and an end mark. And you know what? That's the way that my gifted and my dyslexic children learn, through rhythm and whatever works. So we put every single thing that they teach in here to a beat. We used to do that with our memory verses when we went to private school. So we do the same thing, and I find that they really love it now. Granted, they really only love the rhythm parts and the games, and then all the content I have to try to work it in there somehow, which has been a part of the dilemma. But as long as they learn what it's almost like classical learning. I just snap my fingers and here we are. But they know what they do know the meanings of all the, the things that we have put to beats, and that's working for us. One of my hauls from Target, and I never go to Target, were these. But we used to do, I'm in the homeschool room now, we used to do school up here in the homeschool room, and then we stopped. And so when we were in the homeschool room, I used a lot of manipulatives, a lot of hands-on things. These are just things I didn't even open the bag. As soon as we started to do school downstairs in the living room, I didn't want to clutter it up with papers, and so I didn't use these. And the kids like these, and they like writing on them, so another haul fail that I never used. Oh yeah, read and think. I ordered like 3 of these and didn't know, but my 3rd graders only use so many, so we're gonna finish it for them. And since I have 3, my daughter is doing the 3rd level of Rebecca right now, and so I'm gonna use these for her. Probably won't start her this year, probably next year, because it talks about some things that might be above her understanding, not reading level, because she could read anything, but just because she can read it doesn't mean that she can understand what the content is about. So even though she's 6, she just turned 7 in March, I have to get used to that. She's reading 4th grade level and doing 3rd grade things, even though she's only just turned 7. She doesn't always comprehend what it's about. I also have this, I'm not sure I'm going to use this, but like I said, she's a voracious reader. These stories were very boring to all of my sons. My sons didn't like any of these, and the one that they did like is not on here, The Secret of the Maple Tree. So again, I have it if I want to use it. If not, I'll probably sell this as a bundle. Another thing I promise that I do is make things more interactive, but I just got stuck in the school at home mentality because that's what I'm comfortable with. I was a pretty nerd type of person in school, and I liked having worksheets, notebook, things to reiterate what I already learned. My kids aren't all like me, so I got these interactive books by Carson DeLosa, and I didn't even know where they were until I went through these boxes a few days ago. I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, we're gonna try to use these because these are I think these are the interactive notebooks that you're supposed to make, which my kids would have loved. Anyway, I have this in language. I also have a math one that I put it in another box. And math minutes, this, I'm not really sure that my third graders need this. My last year third grader did. And he did, I want to say 1 or 2 sheets. And as soon as it got difficult, you can see the date. And I don't even think it got difficult. I think as soon as he decided that he didn't want to do a Becca anymore, we switched him back to Matthew C. And then he decided that Matthew C was enough. He didn't need to do this. And also grammar minutes. I think he did a couple of these. And this will probably be for my daughter because she likes doing worksheets. I mean, if for no other reason, because they're fun and she's smart and she doesn't mind doing them. So I'll probably give these to her. I'm not, I got this, I can't believe it. I got this at a homeschool, a used homeschool. So I think this was even 50% off of this. Never used it. I wanted to use it with my third grade boys. We read one story. This is the teacher guide. Here's the book. We read one story and they were out. I mean, it was something about cherries, I think, if I can remember correctly. Yep, too honest. And they were like, this looks old. Not even going to go into a story about that. But it's what it is. We didn't use it. This box, I'm not going to talk about it, but let's just say I purchased this and we used about 10 lessons of it for the youngest. And then never again. Amen. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that. And this box here is actually my daughter's reading box. Oh, I'm not even showing you, sorry. Of all the books that we bought that we used, that she read half of these, and so we're only gonna finish the other half for third grade. Some of them she just wasn't interested in. I'm gonna be surprised at all the American Girl things that she likes, but when we got all the American Girl books, you know, she felt like they were, like she said, they were rented in the 1900s. So she wasn't so excited to read them if it wasn't new, which is so weird because we like older vintage things. We build things. We have boxes up here of just things for her and her gifted brother to play with and build. And I thought, oh, this has character. This book is, it didn't work, guys. So, and then the last thing, I purchased this some weeks ago, but it's for next year. I'm not sure who's going to use this, but I like. So this is the part in the video where I go downstairs and show you some other materials that I purchased that I never used or that didn't work out for us. So I'm going to insert this video in here so that you can get the full understanding of how much of a curriculum hoarder I am. So enjoy this, and then I'll go back to our regularly scheduled program. I'm sure you guys all remember my third grade video from the beginning of the year where I got this huge box of Sunlight goodness that I ordered. And probably the biggest fail of this year, or something that, random note card, sorry, that I didn't do was force my third grade twins to plow through some of the Sunlight. I mean, like, my second grader read all the readers because I think these were second grade readers. But what you can't see is over here, there was an entire box of readers. Sorry, clearly I'm out of shape walking from upstairs. That my sons never read. They thought the books were girly and boring, and because of, you know, the aged look of the books, they were not interested. And so my first inclination was to just sell it right away. But then I decided to hold on to it because I do have a second grade daughter who is a voracious reader who is not quite ready, or was not quite ready for this level of books, but now she is. And so we'll try for one more year. I mean, it's not a big deal to keep it and use it for her, but I was really bummed that my sons were not like their eldest brother, who reads everything I give him, whether he likes it or not. But anyway, I still have those things too. I love Usborne. I don't know why I didn't originally sell books for them. Now I don't have time, but this is just tricky words to spell. I've been looking at this for like a couple years. I wanted to get it for my eldest. And so we'll all probably use this. I'll probably use it as more curricula, not, because funny thing, yeah, we do always have a problem when it's Wednesday, how to spell Wednesday. And I'll probably use it with all of the kids and see. I'll find a way to use it, but I like it because I'm a really good speller, but I think I'm naturally a good speller, and my daughter is as well. And now that we have the logical English and we know all the rules, it's not really difficult for her to spell things. And I thought this would be cute, and it's fun. Now that I look at it and they can write in it, I might, let's see how it works first. I was like, I might give everybody their own, because it's cute. It looks like a journal. Then I got grammar and punctuation. Again, I'm trying to make school more fun and interactive and not everything seem like a textbook, and I thought these were cute. I actually had an Usborne party for one of my friends online, and that's when I got these for very, very cheap. So got that. This is for my daughter, my first story writing, but she loves to write. She has so many journals around here that she starts and stops, and I thought this would be a little bit more intentional for her. So I got this book. It's really cute. I really like it. I haven't let her use it yet because it would be all completely written in, and I want to do it with her. So for next year, I mean, just like last year, I had a plan, but I'm very excited about next year because there's not a whole bunch of curriculum that I have to purchase. There's just a lot of, I'm going to try to venture into the Charlotte Mason waters. I'm really nervous about it. I'm just going to be honest with you, but I think it might be better. My kids are really hands-on learners. I'm not. I'm very auditory and visual. I'm not very tactile, and so I read books. It's my superpower. So anyway, these are gonna be books in a sense. This one was illustrated grammar and punctuation. You can see, you know, this is my thing. It's just what I'm good at. And if it's language and science, you got me. If it's math, you know, you saw what happened with Right Start, unfortunately. Anyway, in the last book, this is for my son who's going to be doing Acellus online. He's going to the hybrid school that I talked about before, but he's going to do some electives with Acellus, and French is one of the ones that he chose. Gotta love him. I know a little bit of Spanish. I don't know any French, so we're going to pray and hopefully he'll get through it. So that's just what I have. I said I was going to make it a short video, but clearly my rambling does not make that possible. So this is what came off of my shelves and a few other new things that we purchased. Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to write them in the comments, or if you have any suggestions of what I should do to actually use the curriculum. I'm trying to be a minimalist in terms of life, but in curriculum, clearly I'm bowing out of that. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye.